did we reach here as a country? Where did the rain start beating us? And is this how we are going to continue as a country? Because really, the video clips that you just watched, these are not videos that were taken a long time ago, but it's something that happens today. Something is really changing in the politics of this country. And I tell you, it is not to the better. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly take a minute of your time, subscribe to our podcast, click the notification bell so that whenever we make such videos, you will be the first person to be notified. Thank you. Now, there is something odd about the politics of this country. And I tell you, the narrative has changed. Day by day, the government's coming up with crook strategies that just but worsening the situation. I mean, about the rally that took place in Gikuyu today, there is something that came out clearly. The war narrative. You know, it is so clear, and it is even becoming so official, something very unfortunate, that in today's politics, goons are all over today. And it's something that is not happening spontaneously. It is something that is organized by the state. Just the other day, when the goons attacked the Vihiga Senator, Geoffrey Otsotsi, it was so evident, so clear. Goons walking majestically, so confident, boldly. They never even cared about the camera. Today, in Kikuyu constituency, goons hired, goons blocking the southern bypass, goons intimidating the supporters of the opposition leaders, goons demanding cash. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not accidental. There is something that is calculated. There is something that is organized. And is organized by the state. It is something that the state is using to suppress the opposition. And allow me to say, I think we are better than this. As a country, we are far much from this politics of the dark era, the Moi regime. Yes, because let me ask you, ladies and gentlemen, whoever is responsible to maintain law and order in the country is the police. Tell me, do goons work together with police today? And even the response of the police is something that is so questionable. Because as goons block the opposition leaders, police were nowhere to be seen. And their response was so slow, coming in so late. And even when they came, these people are coming like with the tear gas, water cannons, suppressing the opposition leaders and their supporters. That is so clear and evident that the government is using excessive power to suppress the opposition leaders. Something which they don't see, they are losing. And by the way, let me tell you, the opposition leaders today outsmart the government. And I'll tell you why. You know, by opposition leaders withstanding that pressure, withstanding the tear gas, and they made their way, and they made sure that they went with the rally, it signals something, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not light. These people are communicating that, you know, we have that resistance, the strong base. And their supporters are seen also with the harsh environment that they really persisted. It shows the diehard, how diehard they are, how loyal they are to their leaders. You know, they're saying liwe liwalo. Just the other day when we witnessed in Tononoka, when Sifuna dared the state to fire the tear gas. It is what is evident today. It is the same song. At the end of the day, you will come with the tear gas. Just the other day when Gachagua told Kimani Ichungwa during the funeral in Kajiado, and warned Ichungwa that I know for sure that we're going to organize the goons to disrupt the rally, but come, we are ready. And this is what is so evident by the opposition leaders making their way, you know, making sure that liwe liwalo tutaendelea na mkutano wetu, and they made it. It shows the government that we are not as weak as you are. We are prepared. And I tell you, I think it is high time the government can use another strategy, because really this is not working. It is not working. Even the other time, just today, for those who have seen Babu firing back and telling the government face off that we are coming to Kisumu, bring your goons, mobilize your goons. I think, no, this is not working for the government. The goonism thing is not working for the government, and the government need to change the strategy. Yes, it is high time the government to change the strategy. Yeah, because there is also this narrative that is not about even the turnout. You know, the government was so aware that Kikuyu constituency being the stronghold, being in the region, the Mount Kenya region for that matter, of course there will be a huge turnout. So by the government disrupting the rally, it's not really considering the turnout, but it's trying to weaken. But Gachagua is telling them that in as much as you think some people will not turn out because of the fear of being shot, the fear of being tear gassed, the few that are able to come sound volume. And they're saying that it's not even about the turnout. It's about the perception that we are selling, that we are not going to relent. We are not going to hold back. We are going to hold our rally. Ladies and gentlemen, time is of essence in politics, and it's something that can never be ignored. The timing is sounding something clear. It is all about the 2027 politics. And for me, this is like a preview. And it's gonna be dirty though. It's gonna be dirty. If this is how it has started, if this is how it will continue, then no. As a country, we need to think twice. As a country, we need to go back to the drawing board, because the dirty scene that we are seeing today, we are not ready for it. The other day when Rigathi Gachagua made a statement and he was criticized for it, but it might come to happen. When Rigathi Gachagua said that 2027 might be like a Christmas party, I sense something of that kind. Because when the state has started this was just a political rally. Because it is by democracy, everyone is asked that is by his democratic right to hold a political rally anywhere, anytime. Because Gachagua also notified the DCI. Why would you disrupt the rally? And again, I wish the government can consider the implication of these particular things they're doing. So when you disrupt rallies, when you use goons to disrupt rallies, do you even consider the other side? Because there are injuries. People get injured. The disruption of properties. Because by that, no business will continue in that particular environment. And even deaths. Because we've seen in other political rallies, where people have been shot dead. I think as a country, we need to change the strategy. And it's high time the government to come out and to stop all these shenanigans.